Hello, my name is Taylor Hale. I'm going to be reading my paper I've written thus far, titled Grocery Nutritional Value. What role does hunger play? In the abstract, going to the grocery store while hungry has been known to have an impact on shoppers everywhere. For this research, we decided to survey a large group of grocery shoppers and their buying habits based on the level of their hunger. We surveyed a large variety of individuals, from mothers purchasing groceries for the families to single college students with a tight grocery budget. We were able to get the survey out to individuals through email, text message, social media, and other communication venues. We anticipated that the individuals that went shopping while hungry would purchase less healthy and a larger quantity of food, while the individuals that were not hungry would do the opposite. After comparing all of the survey results, we found that there were a number of factors contributing to the nutritional value of the food purchased. It ranged from the time the individual would have to prepare meals, the budget for the groceries, if they did or did not make a grocery list, and also how hungry they were when they went shopping. Introduction. The nutritional value of the groceries you purchase should not change drastically from month to month. That was our original hypothesis prior to researching the subject in more depth. We anticipated that healthy individuals would purchase healthy products while unhealthy individuals would not. We did not fully anticipate how large of a role preparation, hunger, lifestyle, economic status, and gender would play in this study. Literature review. Preparation. One of the main objectives of the research was to find individuals that had a fully written list of groceries prior to arriving at the store. The goal was to find out if hunger was as large of a factor in grocery shopping for those that had prepared prior to arriving at the store. In a study conducted by the JAMA Network that was examining if the number of items increased based on hunger, from Mironov, Brendan, 2016. This study was compiled from 68 participants in two groups. One of the groups was a treatment group and was advised to eat as many wheat thins as possible prior to shopping. The other, the control group, where no food was given. The results indicated that the number of items purchased were very similar. However, the treatment group was more likely to purchase healthy food items, while the control was more likely to purchase unhealthy items. Both of the groups went to the store with a list of items that they were planning on purchasing. Overall, we learned from this particular study, the hungrier individuals were more likely to purchase unhealthy food. Hunger. The majority of our factors had some way of tying in with hunger. They were either directly or indirectly associated with hunger, the hunger level of the participant. In a study of behavior of consumers based on hunger, Hollywood, Elliott, 2016, we learned that hunger and education was a key factor in how the consumer would shop for groceries. If a participant was uneducated, they would purchase items that they believed were healthy, but were actually unhealthy. For example, one of the 50 participants wrote an expert detailing the purchase of a candy bar in the checkout line that was healthy due to the peanut butter and protein level detailed on the wrapper. This participant did not fully understand that the amount of sugar, calories, and carbohydrates also played a role in the health of the candy bar. The contrary was the hunger and the nutritional value associated with the extremely hungry and the consumers that were not hungry while shopping. The majority of the 50 consumers tested did not alter their typical grocery pattern based on hunger. There were a number of individuals that were more likely to make additional purchases due to their hunger, including candy in the checkout lane or some heated food at the deli. The overall implication was that hunger would not change the groceries purchased, but would typically increase the quantity purchased based on the hunger level of the consumer. Layout. One of the final items was what location the consumers were going to make these purchases. We could then analyze the layout of the facility and see what correlation there was to the items purchased based on the layout of the store. We realized that many individuals that were planning to purchase solely the essentials, such as milk, eggs, fruit, vegetables, were more inclined to purchase a greater quantity of items that were unplanned. We believe this was due to some of the popular items being placed in the back of the store. This way, the store could market other products to the consumers as they made their way to the back of the store. Research, The Secret 2018, indicates that this is absolutely intentional and that companies strategically place the items in the store according to their popularity. This research also indicated that vendors looking to have items sold in larger stores had to pay more money for prime locations. For example, one vendor had to pay 5 times the average amount in order to have their food items placed on a shelf that was eye level, as opposed to the top or bottom shelf. We also learned that the top shelves typically hosted smaller brands or gourmet items. The middle shelves usually held the newer brands or most popular due to the higher price and increased placement budget. The bottom shelf would vary from store to store, but would typically host some of the new products that had not yet received any recognition. Overall, the findings suggest that the consumers could be careful about which products they are purchasing based on what is most convenient to reach. Many of the items in prime locations were significantly less healthy. Methods. The study includes participants who opted in to take a survey that took roughly 5 minutes. All the individuals were at least 18 years of age and were volunteers. The majority of the participants received a link for the survey via email, text message, or a route on social media. We intentionally sent the survey to a wide variety of participants to ensure we could account for the vast majority of the population. Materials. We used Qualtrics through BYU Idaho system to develop the survey. Participants had to opt in and agree to participate in the survey. They also were required to review the survey information and disclaimer prior to the beginning. There were 19 questions that took roughly 5 minutes to complete. All of the questions were multiple choice. The questions asked were regarding the gender, race, ethnicity, economical, personal, hunger level, and other factors that related to grocery shopping. The results. We found that our survey was very similar to the research that we found prior to our study. Our participants that planned for the grocery shopping typically did not alter their plans, regardless of hunger. The participants that shopped at larger stores typically spent more than those local market consumers. Participants that were hungry typically purchased less healthy food and vice versa. The quantity and dollar amount between the two groups did not change drastically. The men and women had the largest differences based on hunger. Men were much more likely to purchase less healthy food if they were hungry, as opposed to females who were shopping while hungry. The results infer that consumers shopping while hungry will purchase less healthy items, but will spend about the same as the control group. It's a reason for discussion. The reason for the survey was to inform consumers of their purchasing habits and to educate them to make better shopping decisions. The idea was that consumers that were less educated would be able to learn how they shop and what they can do to shop healthier and more cost efficient. On the contrary, the healthy individuals could monitor their shopping habits and find out how to maximize their health through their grocery shopping habits. I have a list of 5 references from research that I used in my paper, and that was the conclusion. Thank you.